think this is working. I think this is working. I've literally just pressed the button on my watch to start my camera, and I've never done it before, so let's hope. So, why am I here today? We are talking about the most important event for any writer that happens in November, which of course is my birthday. No, I'm only joking. Nanowrimo. But my birthday is on Saturday, so you know, feel free to send me loads of messages, buy my books, hint hint, etc. Yes, but Nano. Now, Nanowrimo, me and Nanowrimo, we have like a strange, weird relationship. I did participate in it years ago, and we're talking a long time ago, like probably a few years after it started or something, but when it was very young. And now obviously it's, you know, extremely popular, and everyone, you know, uses it as a time to try and sprint, try and write, try and do everything they need to do. But I wanted to kind of, not so much a pep talk, but just some words of support. Okay. Now, as I mentioned, did I mention it was my birthday soon? I think I did. Hint, hint. Anyway, so I was about mid-20s-ish, mid-20s to late 20s, when my first book came out, and I published my first book. And a lot of people who, you know, I follow on Instagram, subscribe to on BookTube and AuthorTube and things like that, you're about that age now, and you're starting your writing careers, and or you've been in your writing career, you know, and it's kind of, you know, you're kind of pushing forward as you do, you know, every day with so many words, etc. And I just wanted to kind of, you know, jump into the future, if you will, you know, jump some years into the future. I'm not going to say how old I am, because, you know, obviously I'm like early 30s, etc. That's a lie. Anyway, right? So, but jump ahead, okay? So imagine this is your very first ever, you know, book, your first attempt, or maybe it's your fourth, etc., or whatever. Doesn't really matter. What matters is that if you do just keep going, and, you know, even just, you know, even if it's not nano, just a normal day, just keep pushing forward, get some words down. Doesn't matter if they're absolute trash, because that's why we edit. You know, that's why we have the, well, I drink copious amounts of tea, you might drink copious amounts of coffee, or however you do it, you know. But this is why we edit and, you know, delete entire paragraphs and change chapters left, right and centre, and etc., because then we get to the finished product. And here's an interesting little thing today. I'm going to grab a little book down here. I actually worked something out today, which I have worked out before. All I need to do is find the page in this book where I wrote it out. Here it is now, okay? So I am, at this moment in time, working on my 17th and 18th books, okay? That's how many books I've actually finished and have at some point seen publication, okay? So the two, because I usually work on like a couple at a time. I have done more, but usually two, or very rarely three, will come to the forefront, and they'll be like my main works, and I'll work on those at kind of like a, you know, like a little rota system type of thing, or like a maybe mood writing, you know, etc. That kind of thing. But just think about that for a second, especially, like I say, if this is your first ever attempt and you're literally staring at a computer screen with a couple of thousand words on it, okay? Because years ago, I was in exactly that same position, literally exactly that same position, sitting there thinking to myself, what am I doing? I've never done this before. I don't understand where any of this is going. And then, like I say, now, jump ahead in time, where I've been at it a few years, the books I'm working on now, 17th and 18th book. And like I say, not all of them are still in publication, because I've pulled them at some point. Some of them are in for the rebrands that we've spoken about quite a few times, with covers, etc. And others are others are, you know, kind of in a limbo at the moment. Let's put it that way. But at some point, I think pretty much every single one of these will be back on Kindle and paperback again through my terms, because that was another reason that I took a lot of stuff off, is because I was using other companies, and then I amalgamated everything into one thing that I was in control of. But there you go. So there you go. I mean, like I say, it's not pep talk. It's not a pep talk. It's a oh, this guy who's just waffling on Instagram now, but he's done it. He's done it. He's got these books out. He's done this for years. You know, in a few years' time, that'll be me. I'll have books. You know, I'll have books to my name. I'll go on Amazon. My books will be listed there. I'll go on Goodreads. My books will be listed there. You see, that's what I'm trying to. That's the message I'm trying to get across. Wow, that's a lot, isn't it? 17th and 18th. Wow. Okay. Right. So what's next? I've definitely mentioned the birthday. I know I've mentioned the birthday for Saturday. I'm sure I have. If I haven't, though, just in case, it's my birthday Saturday. So feel free to send me a message or buy one of my books. You know, just in case I haven't mentioned it before.
You mentioned it twice.
You might have heard something there. Don't just ignore it. Lastly, before I go, the giveaways. I mentioned the giveaways before, and they're on very soon. This is how it's going to work. I'm either going to set something up next week, or in the next week or two. I'm going to set something up in the next 2 weeks, or it's going to be just after Christmas, probably, or nearer to Christmas, like the New Year, that kind of time frame. I'm going to do the Goodreads giveaway again, so that's another 100 Kindle copies, and then I'm going to do the UK one that I mentioned, and there'll be about 50 to 100 copies there on the giveaway of this one. Okay, it'll be the Kindle version of this Goodreads, and I'll do a UK one, which I'll run just through me, through Instagram, etc. That kind of thing. And then what I have to do is gift you the book through Amazon, so that it kind of arrives on your Kindle. But like I say, all I need for that is for people to send me their the address you use when you log into your Kindle, like when the address you use for Amazon. I just need that email address as your entry, and then if you win, I can just forward it over to you, gift it over to you, as such. Because Goodreads don't do UK giveaways yet, so it's really the best way I can think about doing it. Right, so yes, if you are doing Nano, don't give yourself a hard time. Really, don't give yourself a hard time. I think today I managed about 400 something words today. I was editing, I wasn't just sprinting or anything like that, I was just editing. But I was also writing new stuff, but then I was writing new stuff and editing it as I went, which is, I don't recommend that for everybody. I do it, and I don't recommend it, but especially if you're new to writing, I don't recommend it, but it works for me, so I use it sometimes. So, good luck. Honestly, I'm watching so many videos at the moment and so many posts about Nano and things like that, and everyone's doing amazing. I don't care if you've done 2 words. Those 2 words are amazing, okay? Just believe in yourself, alright? And don't give yourself a hard time, alright? This, it's not easy, okay? All these over here, which I hope are in shot, alright? All these over here, not easy. Takes time, takes patience, takes hard work, takes everything else you can think of that I haven't said, okay? This, difficult, alright? So do not give yourself a hard time. And celebrate it, every single word you put down. Alright? Okay, I think that's it. I think I'm going to go. I just need to check my watch now, because I think, yep, I'm still on. Right, okay, so, yeah, that's it. So you're going to hear about the giveaway very soon, and hopefully, if you are doing nano and you see this with hashtags, etc., and things like that, go for it. All right, I believe in you, and if I believe in you, then you should believe in you. Okay, because I've done it. I've been there. I've, sat there and done exactly what you've done, and I did it today, and I did it yesterday, and I'll do it tomorrow, and I'll do it next week. All right, it's just pen and paper and you. Nothing to be scared of. All right, guys. I'll speak to you very soon. Bye.